All right, there is the 2009 Nissan Rogue here. Everything on the floor. Parts out, transmission out. Everything is out. Now we're going over here to the transmission, which we have to take all apart in order to get to this pump. I'll take all this stuff off, take all this stuff off to get this stupid pump out of here. Now again, this valve was whining, and this valve come from what was that? Smiling faces. I can remember that face smiling. Can't even Transgo. That's right. And you see what they do. This let me know this was a theoretical fix. They didn't actually put this in anything, and if they did, they probably put it in a brand new vehicle. You can't do that. You got to put it and test it in vehicles that are old, that had a lot of miles on them, that has wear, so we can see how things will work. And they didn't do that. They either didn't do that or they went through theory. Either way is bad. I'm gonna have to call them and let them know. So now we're gonna put this back to take this pump out and take that valve out, and I got a whole nother pump with an oversized valve that I'm gonna put in here. Come out, come out. It's 2, 3, it's 3, okay. Third one. Now I got the pump. Gotta take all that stuff out just to get to this pump. They know. There it is. There this stupid thing is. Now where is that valve? That valve is inside. I'm gonna take this right out. Right here. Alright, which one fits in here? That's too small. Alright. There you go. There you go. Got the right one. So we can see if that. Y'all see that valve is in there. That Transgo junk. Let me see here. There it goes. There it is. I don't know why this thing was buzzing, but I think there's more than one. So don't use this thing. Something else in there I thought. Let me see. I think it come with 2 pieces. This one is something in there. So I'm sure it had more. Yeah, I can't get that. Let me leave this and put this to the side. Now, let me go get that other one. Alright, here's one I'm putting in by Reman Valve Body. Reman Valve Body. I'm gonna put theirs in. I've used theirs before with no problem. And here's theirs in here. Now, theirs got an oversized valve in here they put in there. I'm just gonna put it in. I ain't gonna even bother looking at it. Well, maybe I should take it apart, look at it. Let's look inside, see what's in here. Real big spring here. Make sure this moves. Got a big spring. Now, their valve is stuck in there. I hope it's moving because I can't get it out. I don't want to mess nothing up. That definitely ain't sliding. Okay, I got it to spin around in here when I touch it, so it's loose. Okay. So they got the oversized regular one. Let me put that back. Put this back. I am going to put this in to go this way, right? Okay, that's in there. All right. Okay, I finally was able to get this thing out of here. This is how the other half looks. It fits in here. Okay. This is that pump I took out and replaced it with this one. And here's the rest of this junk that made you take the transmission out more than one time. It was buzzing. I don't know why. They're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on them. I had to call them and tell them what their valve was doing. It's not doing good. I'm gonna let them know. Your valve was not doing good. Not doing good at all. Nope, wasn't doing good at all. So we're gonna get rid of this thing. Not gonna even use it. Gotta take this clip out because it has to be used in this one. That's it. Now putting all this stuff back together. Putting it back in the vehicle. Boy, they sure mess you up when they do this stuff. Sure mess you up. All right, come on, let's go. Are you? Or go up to 3 again? it there? So you had 3,000? All right then. Let me go back here. This is that Nissan Rogue. We finally put the transmission back inside this thing. All right, go ahead one more time. You're at 3,000? That's it. No pump noise. No pump noise. All right, I am in this Nissan Rogue here. Let me show the inside. We heard on the outside it didn't have any problem. So around 3,000 RPM. There it goes. We're going up to 3,000. You do not hear any noise. Nothing. And I'm in park right there, so hear nothing, hear nothing. And remember, the only thing I did was change the pump in this Rogue. Finally got back to it. We had a lot of other cars to work on, so this is a car that we had time with, so I kind of just pushed it to the side. Engagements are good. Oh, it engages really well. Let me see. Reverse. Try. Alright, so this thing here is going to be ready to go. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There was another rebuilder that tried that valve in a Jeep Patriot. And before he tried it, I told him that I was having a problem with this valve having a pump buzz. And he said, okay, he's going to keep that in mind. Sure enough, about a week later, he called me and said they put it in and they're having that buzz. He said, shoot, it sounded like it was a converter. And if he hadn't paid attention to that video and heard that on the video, then they wouldn't know where they would have had to start on that. So what they ended up doing was they took the transmission back out and they put a used pump in that was okay, and the pump was, and the noise went away. So he's not going to use that valve anymore. Needless to say, I'm not either. So I'm going to have to talk to Transgo. Let's see what they say on this. I'm going to talk to Transgo, tell them what problems that valve was having, try to find out how did they test that valve. Did they theorize it and say, oh, this should work, or did they actually put it inside a transmission in a vehicle and test it? You know, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of places don't. They just draw it up on paper and say, oh, it should work. Now, if you put it in a car that is not worn or has low miles, then that's not good either, because you need to be able to put it in a vehicle that has mileage on, because that's what we're working on. We're not working on new vehicles, something that has 30 or 10, 20, 30,000 miles. We're working on vehicles that have over 100,000 miles and more, you know. So the aftermarket have to make parts that address the issues that we face in a vehicle that has that many miles. So once again, if you're going to fix this transmission, I wouldn't advise getting that JF011E pump by valve by Transgo. But if you want to try it, go ahead. Maybe it will work for you.